This is NOVAKORP Audio Podcast, Episode 4. Now, where do I begin? Because, good lord. Yes, first, I'm still doing these. Even though I'm probably not going to get a lot of people that even listen or, review or watch the thing. Because, it's mainly audio. I'm still doing these. So far, it's been a lot of fun. Periodically, just kind of doing one. And, going from there. As long as I just have kind of a consistent schedule, which... sometimes that is faltered, but I'm doing my best. I'm, making sure that those who do enjoy these get it in a timely manner. I will say that in terms of, content, I have, a list, and it's, five sets of 4 videos per set that I do. And the podcast itself is part of the last set of videos that I record for the week. So, but all in all, it's been fun. Where do we begin? Or where should I begin? Overall, this is, I will say, in terms of stuff going on, I guess I could probably get out of the way the IRL news, or at least what's been going on with me. Since I, try my best to, I don't want to say humanize, but I guess to an extent, kind of give a little bit of what's been going on with me, because some people do like that, where you talk about yourself and stuff. I guess overall, life has been good. Very, very good. Working, going through courses, doing hours in terms of being a counselor, which has been a lot of fun. I will say it has its ups and downs, but overall looking forward to doing the final test where I can, get my stuff so I can be fully certified. It's amazing, you're doing the research and stuff. It's amazing that there are different levels in terms of, being a drug and alcohol counselor. Within some retrospect, you have the substance use disorder registered counselor, or RUDRC, and then there's the CCAP, which is the certified counselor, which they have more registration, or not registration, but more influence in terms of doing treatment, or the certification, that for the most part. But anyway, all of that's going on. Mine and my wife's chickens are doing good. Though one of them is kind of an idiot. We have a spot in the pen that we she put together, and for some reason this little thing, and it's the one rooster, by the way, this one thing has repeatedly gotten stuck in the freaking roof of the pen, and it's a wire fence type thing to keep the chickens inside the pen. So this thing has periodically gotten stuck. We've had to help it get unstuck, and just been interesting. No eggs yet, though, from those chickens. It is, at the time of this recording, it's summer. Jesus. And depending on when this episode comes out, July or 4th of July for 2025 is more than likely be said and done. So to everybody, happy belated 4th of July. Again, there's a good chance that when I get this up, it may be on the 4th of July, but if not, again, happy 4th or belated 4th. So anyway, I wasn't able to find any news in terms of manga and stuff. I did find out, however, and I was actually kind of surprised about this, and I don't know how this kind of flew out over my radar. Apparently we are getting a sequel to Spaceballs. And I think that movie's like 36, 37 years old. Good God. And I love the way that the cheeky way that they really kind of set it up for this trailer, where it's in the usual like Star Wars type text, but it's naming all of the sequels or all of the franchises that have sequels. And towards the very end, it's like, but one hasn't had a sequel. It's Spaceballs. Honestly, I love it. I absolutely love it. And what's great too is, for those who have ever seen Spaceballs, it is like kind of tongue-in-cheek. It is just, it fucking parodies everything involving, like the sci-fi, Star Wars stuff. It looks pretty cool. Apparently, oh my gosh, and it just reminded me, the actor that played the parody of Darth Vader, which I'm actually looking up because I can't remember his name. Right now I'm looking up Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. So, I can't remember the actor's name. He was in Ghostbusters, but he was also in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Rick Moranis. Moranis? Yeah, Rick Moranis. Apparently he is coming back out of the woodwork to act and reprise his role from Spaceballs, which, if I remember correctly, I'm actually looking it up now. I wish I had this up beforehand, but good lord, he was, as far as I know, like I said, he played the villain in that movie. We're supposed to be getting Spaceballs 2 pretty soon. But overall, Mick Moranis reprising his role as the villain. So I am very curious to see what comes of that. But it looks, I would say, like, everybody's hyped. Those who are big fans of the movie, the original movie, are really hyped. Wondering what kind of stuff they're going to parody this time. Who knows? But overall, everybody is really, really, really freaking excited. Now then, I'm going to get straight into it, because overall, there is quite a few things that I want to talk about, especially with what I kind of want to review for this one. Now, I want to say, I just want to make this very clear. I am still finishing the game. I know it's kind of a little bit, for a lot of people, it would probably be early for me to do this, but I'm just going to say, fuck it. I want to talk about this. I seriously want to talk about this game. I'm playing it, I've been enjoying it, and I think it is a good extension to what we got from the first one. So, anyway, Death Stranding 2. I'm going to be talking about that today. And good lord, again, it is... I've been enjoying it. Looking at IMDb, the description for the game is: embark on an inspiring mission of human connection beyond the UCA. Sam and his companions set out on another journey to save humanity from extinction. Join them as they traverse a world beset by other worldly enemies and new obstacles. So, I want to say, in terms of this game and the previous game, there are quite a few things that I remember people complaining about, and they fixed. In this game, you don't wait 16 hours just to get a weapon to defend yourself. You get that way earlier on. In fact, if anything, it's probably like the first couple of hours where you start getting weapons. In terms of some of the confusion with the story, they fixed that a little bit. I mean, it's still cryptic as all hell, but overall, it works. In terms of story, I want to say it's compelling. I mean, overall, it's kind of set up that, like, I want to say sometime after Sam had left, he went into hiding. And by the way, I want to, if I talk about it, I apologize for spoilers, but I am going to, at the very least, talk about the towards the beginning. So for those who have never played the game, want to play the game, you know, mute me now. But overall, at some point, you might want to come back. But anyway, so some point after the first game, Sam and Lou, they go off in the wilderness, live their lives. Lou has gotten big, and Sam is basically, you know, being the dad that he was, you know, supposed to be, to an extent. He's approached by Fragile, who gives him a job to connect Mexico. And after he's done, he's coming home, only to find that his home is attacked, and Fragile and Lou, well, Fragile's found hurt and very much in a bad state of, like, you know, of what's going on. And Lou is nowhere in sight. Presumed dead. I say presumed dead because as far as I'm playing the game, it's kind of set up that she died, but I believe there's more to the story. And again, this is more, like, with this review, it's more of, like, my current experience of it, which, honestly, at this point, I don't want to wait to tell you my experience, because at this point, I want to give my first genuine thoughts, and then, you know, let you guys know to, hey, check it out periodically, see what we do, and go from there. But anyways, so Lou's missing, presumed dead. Sam is recruited to go through these things called plate gates and connect regions across the world. Right now I'm in the Australia segment, and overall it has been interesting. I've gotten a lot of gear. I will say there will be quite a few, like, side missions that you can do. You're not forced to do them, but you can do them, and honestly, completing a lot of these objectives will allow you to gain more and more data or weapons or equipment and so on. So, for me personally, I would say I would recommend that people try to do some of those jobs and see what you get. A lot of times, you know, like I said, you'll get data for weapons, maps. I'm just kind of spitballing with some things. But overall, getting more of a threshold in whatever region you're in. One thing, you know, one of the minor gripes I'll say that they changed, which I think it was because more so because people were kind of making fun of them on it, was the fact that one of the drinks, or the only drink you ever see in Destiny 1, is Monster Energy drinks. I am dead serious. So they changed it to Cairo tea, which it's still in one of those big cans, but overall, you know, it does its job for the most part. So, and right now I'm trying to figure out what should I give this, because honestly, in terms of like some of the complaints that people had in the past, they've fixed a lot, got quite a bit done, and it's been in working order so far. So, you know what, I want to say this. I think, just to be fair, and people not thinking that I'm biased, or overall, just, I don't know. But either way, I'm going to give this a borrow from a friend. If anything, it's gonna be a 3. It's gonna be a 3. Just enough for me to be like, hey, fun game, play it. But at the same time being skeptical, because you never know. And again, I've played, at the very least, a good chunk of the Australia segment. So, I'm curious to see what comes next. For now, though, I think I'm going to go ahead and end this episode out. Thank you guys all for watching. Really appreciate it. For those who are watching the audio podcast, please support our YouTube channel. It is Novakast. And you guys do the same that are watching or at least listening to the audio podcast. So anyway, again, thank you so much for watching. Truly appreciate it. Like, comment, share, all the good stuff. Please follow our daily content, weekly podcast. And with that being said, this is Rob of Novakast signing off. Have a good one. Take care. And I will see you guys next video.